Hello students, in previous chapter we have learnt about indifference curves. Today we introduce a similar concept known as isocont. It is just an alternative way of representing the production function. Then what is isocont? Isocont means it is the set of all possible combinations of two inputs, that is labor and capital, which yield the same maximum level of output, is called isocont. Means each isocont represents a particular level of output. Means it is the part of production function. In isocont, producer get same level of output. Students, we explain it with help of an example. Consider a production function with two inputs, that is labor and capital. Here in this table, first column shows factor combinations, second column shows units of the labor, third column shows the units of capital, and last column shows output. Here, add the A combination if the producer use 4 units of labor and 1 unit of capital, then it produces the 10 units of the output. Likewise, add the C combination if the producer use 1 unit of labor and 4 units of capital, it produces the 10 units of the output. Means any combination, every level of output is same. See here, add the A combination, output is 10 units. Add the C combination, output is 10 units. Means the isocont is the set of all possible combinations of two inputs which yield the same maximum level of output. Students, we explain it with the help of diagram. See here, this is a diagram of isocont. Here on the OX axis we place the units of the labor. On the OY axis we place the units of the capital. Here we have the three isoconts, that is Q1, Q2 and Q3. If we observe, we will come to know two inputs combination means here 1 unit of labor and 2 units of capital and 2 units of labor and 1 unit of capital give the same level of the output, that is Q1. If we fix the capital at K1, see here, if we fix the capital at K1 and we increase the units of the labor, means if you increase the units of the labor, means 3 units of the labor, then output also increases and we reach the higher isocont, that is Q2. Means any point on isocont yields the same level of output. So the isocont is negative slope curve. Why the isocont is the negative slope curve? because it indicates that when the quantity of factor is increased, then the quantity of another factor must be reduced. Therefore, isochords are negatively sloped. So students, this is all about isochord. Thank you.